cow fodder and mineral water. Today is Sunday, which means it is a day off, which means it is the Sabbath. 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 Since I'm going to be resting a lot today, today's vlog is dedicated to answering a question that I get a lot. Roll the hopefully fun, creative, colorful sequence. So people are constantly asking, how do I know my calling? What is God's will for my life? How do I make a difference? So today, I thought I would take some time to answer that question, or at least provide some practical steps that might take us in the right direction. I think that when most people think about their calling, they think about God flashing down with a divine word in a booming voice saying, "Move to Africa, start a church, change the world." And I'm not saying that God doesn't speak that way, but I think for the vast majority of us, if we wait for God to give us step-by-step instructions, we're never gonna get off the couch. In fact, I think even some of us use this waiting for direction from God as an excuse to not do anything at all. But I think there are extremely practical steps that we can take to discover what God might be calling us to. And for me, it comes in the form of two questions. Question number one is, what makes you angry? Or what keeps you up at night? Or what problem in the world needs to be solved? What do you see on the news or in your neighborhood or in your school and you say somebody has got to do something about that? I believe that there's a reason that those things frustrate you. Perhaps God has given you this holy discontent because he wants you to do something about it. Jesus was discontented with the people in the temple, so he took action and he went in and he started flipping tables. God often uses the restlessness in our hearts to call us to action. So in the pursuit of what is my calling, we first have to ask ourselves, what makes me angry? Question number two is, what am I good at? And this question is actually a little bit harder to answer, isn't it? Because it's hard for us to say what we're good at. It feels arrogant. It feels like bragging. But in reality, these aren't your skills or talents in the first place. These are gifts that God has given you. So when you're saying, I'm good at this, really, you're not bragging about your own abilities. You're bragging about the abilities God has given you. So give yourself the permission to ask, what am I good at? Or better yet, what do other people say that I'm good at? God gives us all different kinds of gifts because he wants us to use them for his glory. It was no mistake that David was really good with a slingshot or with a harp. And the answer to this question doesn't have to be super profound or super meaningful or anything like that. You never know what little thing, what little seemingly meaningless skill God might want to use. So now we've asked our two questions, right? What makes me angry? And what am I good at? And now in order to discover our calling, we have to combine these things by asking, how do I use what I'm good at in order to make a difference in the thing that makes me angry? For Blake Mycoskie, this was taking his discontent about children without shoes and his skill for making businesses and combining them to create Tom's Shoes. For Susie Lavanda, it was her discontent surrounding how women treated themselves and each other, combined with her skills for hospitality and event planning that created the Women of Strength Conference. And for me, it was my discontent with how the world, specifically churches, were treating young people and artists, combined with my skills for speaking and writing that led me to create YouTube videos and to write books and to speak live places. So I hope that this was helpful. For me, finding your calling does have to be a priority, but it does not have to be so difficult. And again, this exercise, it's not going to give you all the answers, but I hope that it pushes you in the right direction. Let's get back to the vlog. I think Sweet Bear's coming home soon.
Hey.
Sweet Bear is sad.
We didn't get our puppy. If you ever watch us, I'm coming for you.
What? We've been on a waiting list for getting a puppy, and today was the picking day, but the puppy we wanted got chosen. But we still have each other.
You know him.
Yeah, hey Ross. We still have each other.
Yeah, but we don't have a puppy.
I love you, and we're gonna get the best dog ever. If you got an Australian Shepherd, blue merle female pup with all the colors, let us know.
I wanted a puppy.
I know, me too. The rest of the night, though, we're gonna relax. Get some food somewhere. I'm not sure where, though. Watch some TV. This is what old married couples do.